What it do, familiar? It's your boy Taxi PNG. We're back at it again with another Photoshop tutorial, man. So today we're going to be adding fonts into Photoshop. I've been getting asked this question a lot. So we're going to go ahead and show you guys how to do it. Somebody asked me, how do you add your own custom fonts? Well, not necessarily custom fonts, but add your own font into Photoshop. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do it. First thing you want to do is you want to go to dafont.com, you guys. If you look up Dafont, it should pop up. And all you have to do is click Dafont downloads. They also have like Google Fonts and another one, but Dafont, my baby, okay? I always use Dafont. So just type in, you can type in the text that you want to use as a sample of how it's going to look, but you can also type in the type of what you're looking for. So I may say like, let's say elegant or royal. So I'm gonna type in a royal font. Let's see what kind of royal fonts they have. Royalty, different royal vibes. You can see them all down here. You see, boom, 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 candy, grand royal right there. I say, so whichever one you want, you hit download on them. So I'm gonna hit download on this one. It's gonna go to your downloads folder, of course. But I'm gonna just download a few just so that way I can like have them with y'all. Let me see. So Royal Sheriff, Royal Banks, let me see, I'm gonna say newspaper, a newspaper one. See, they got this little vibe, like a little newspaper looking vibe. They got little different ones. You could say, you can even go like regular themes, like they'll have themes for you to go through. Calligraphy, sans serif, fixed, medieval, that's crazy, square, LCD, Chinese, Japanese, destroy, horror, fire. So I'm gonna go to fire and ice, right? So they have the different vibes like here, fire and ice. And you could like play around and see which one of these you want to download. Just go through the different ones and see which one you want. And they also let you put your own text to preview. So you could do like, right? And then you just hit submit. And then it's going to show all of them in your font, like whatever the style or whatever the word that you put in, it'll show you those in those fonts. And you can change them at the bottom, like calligraphy or whatever you want to look for. You can go all through here, bro. Like literally whatever you want to use, you can. Let me see. They got all these different fonts. I was just looking at them the same way y'all looking at them. I'm just like, what? Oh, this is incredible. This is insane right here. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, I'm gonna do. Let me see. See, these are kind of hard right here. Yeah, but they got a whole bunch of different ones, bro. Just hit download. Whichever one fit the vibe of what your shoot is. Like usually, like depending on whatever your shoot is, you could type that vibe in. And like they may have a vibe to fit that vibe, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know necessarily what your shoot vibe is, but I'm gonna just download a few that I actually want, LOL, that I'm gonna like go ahead and add into mine that I may use at some point for mine. Let's see. Casper on my lap, y'all, so he's messing with me right now, bro. All right. All right, so once they're downloaded, they're gonna be in your downloads folder. So they're gonna be like right here as zip files, and you have to open up those zip files. But also what you can do is if you have a Mac, you can look up font book. So you can look up font book on your Mac, and then your font book will pop up on your Mac, right? So now what you wanna do is you wanna double tap each one of these to open up the font. So it's gonna open up the fonts just like so. Yep. So now all of these fonts are open, and literally what you want to do is you want to take each one of these and you want to go ahead, each one just like that, and you want to go ahead and drag them and drop them into the font book. Or you could just double tap on them as a font preview and it'll show you the font, and you could hit install. So you could do two different ways of it, you know what I'm saying? So I could double tap the font, it'll say font preview to show me the fonts. Do I want to install this? I can hit install, and then it will install that same font, the Bronco, right? It'll install that same font into here. So now if you look for it, let me see if I can find it. You install that same font right here. So it's right here. So literally it's the exact same thing. So you can just double tap it and hit install, and it'll take it to the font book for you. Or you could just drag these, right, just like this, and drop them into the font book yourself. And that's another way of it for it to download them. So that's another way for it to do it as well. And then boom, that just all drag and drop. All of them just came in here. So Dover Italic, Dover Rough, they had multiple different versions. So this one right in here had all of these that could be in there. So you just drag and drop them. And after all of them are done loading in, you can now go and open up Photoshop. You want to make sure that you close Photoshop and then reopen it again. So close it before you reopen it. You got to reboot it so that way everything shows up in there. And then now when you open up your Photoshop, make sure it's closed. Lightroom. Right, so now when you open up your Photoshop, you can decide which image it is that you want to do the lettering on. Let's say, for example, I don't want to use this image right now. I want to do something that's a little bit easier to take away from the background. All right, so let's say this one. I'm gonna right click, I'm gonna do edit in Photoshop, gonna open it up in Photoshop. All right, bet. So now when we go to add it, right, I'm gonna go Command J. I'm gonna do remove background. I'm gonna go to layer below. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the text, boom, just like so. And now let's say, I'm gonna say Scorpio, right? I mean, I don't know if she's Scorpio or not, but now we can go into the font book right here, and we can go and look for one of those fonts that we had, right? So one of the fonts, let me go ahead and go back to the fonts, right? One of the fonts that we had was Bronco. So now we go in here and we go look for, or we can probably type it in right here, boom, Bronco pops up. You see what I'm saying? So now that same Bronco, that's this same Bronco font that we had right here, we can utilize right here. So now we got Bronco already in there. Boom, you can move it around like you want, just like so. Fire. But yeah, you guys, so that's how to add your own custom font to it. I'll add these fonts that I found in the description down below. And yeah, thank you guys. Until next time, taxi.